Previously in the failure frame, Mimori discovered that Duke Swan is a cheater who kills the blood fighters in their last match, so he tried to warn Eve about this. That Duke Swan will kill her in her last match, but Eve had been fighting as a blood fighter for so long that she chose to believe in Duke. But the uneasiness made her anxious, so she spied on Duke and learnt that what Mimori said was all true. And Duke was planning to make Liz into his toy and then sell her out to brothels once he gets bored, so Eve decided to take Mimori's help to save Liz and herself. They safely took Liz away from the tavern she was working, but just as they entered the forest, Duke Swan heard of Eve's escape and sent out his private soldiers and Ashinta group to hunt them down. Their Mimori planned to distract one group by making them follow the horse and attack the second Ashinta group, but their leader Mujian realized he was walking into a trap. So he got alert quickly before entering the forest and called out to whoever set it up. So Ceres comes out and seeing her dress, Mujian realized she should be a Fly King swordsman. Then Mujian asked her to hand over Eve and Liz and he'll let her leave, or else he will curse her with suffering with the same curse he inflicted. On Black Dragon Nights, Ashinta does claim they beat Black Dragon Knights, so Ceres agrees to his request and asks everyone to follow her. But Mujian knew Ceres was trying to trap them because she asked all of them to follow her while only a few would be sufficient to escort Eve and Liz. Ceres thought he's gonna kill her with a curse. But Mujian reveals they are actually from Assassin Guild. Assassin Guild was wiped out by a hero, so Ashinta took over and their cursing method is actually poison. It's a heavy poison passed down from generation to generation, and only a few guild members know, and the true nature of their curse is a poison that leaves no trace other than suffering. And that's why they took the credit of killing Black Dragon Knights to make people believe, so Ceres asked him about his true goal. And Mujian reveals he's using Duke Swan to become the core of this country, and Mujian didn't believe Ceres would be alone out here. So she showed him she's the elf and she's the one who faced Black Dragon Knights and killed him, but Mujian still doesn't believe in her power and called out Burga and his brother. And their youngest brother's name was Zarash, who once cornered Ceres. That is why he doubts Ceres and had already surrounded her from all sides as they talked. So now Mujian wants to violate Ceres to his satisfaction and told her to kneel, and then he wants to make her pregnant. But that's a far-fetched dream he has. Mimori showed them the real meaning of curse and paralyzed them all as he had taken care of the 15 hidden men Mujian had. It was all Mimori's trap to begin with. By creating all this fake show with Ceres, he paralyzed them and used poison to kill them all. Then Mimori told Ceres to inform Eve that the danger is gone for now, so only the second group remains. But Pigamaru was tired of the synchronized attack, so Eve chose to attack this time, and Ceres took Liz away to keep her safe. There Eve analyzed the numbers of Duke's soldiers. So Mimori paralyzed and poisoned them, and their Duke came in, and to make Eve angry, he said he will sell Liz off to a brothel after having his fun. Mimori tried to paralyze him, but he hit the maximum number, so he used Dark Spell to blind his men, and Eve took the chance to kill everyone one after another. There Ceres saved Mimori from an attacker. And Duke was already going insane, so Eve killed him off to put an end to all this, and then Mimori thanked Ceres for the support and made her the vice captain of their little mercenary group. And now Mimori gained another skill, Ice, to encase anyone into a rock-solid ice. With it Ashinta was wiped out, and it will look like Duke and Magus got in a battle and killed each other. Then King Aversa panicked because in the meeting of rulers they had planned to use Ashinta as baits in war against demons, so how to report it to the goddess now? And on the other side, after getting soaked in rain, Liz wished to grow up just like Ceres when she saw her changing. Then she drifted off to sleep and Ceres and Mimori were awake. Both told each other to take the first rest and Ceres offered Mimori a lap pillow, so Mimori did the same and Ceres didn't skip out on the offer. But she woke up instantly because Mimori was joking and she took him seriously, but it was still nice, and Mimori then thought of touching Ceres' ears. She gave him the permission and bro took his sweet time to get a nice feel. Then Ceres brings up that she noticed Mimori treats Eve way too kindly, so Mimori told her she reminds him of his uncle. Although gender is opposite but the nature is same, the only reason he wants to go back home is his uncle and aunt, and he will kill anyone who stands in his way. That is why he told Ceres she could leave any time because it's his revenge, but Ceres refused and wants to accompany Mimori, and he had also promoted her to the vice captain position. After that, Mimori casted the sleep on Ceres to let her sleep for a while, and the scene then shifts to Ayaka, who was being trained by Nyanta in secrets in an underground cell. Because Goddess won't allow her to train Ayaka like this, so Ayaka asked her why she's doing this, and Nianta said Ayaka reminds her of her little sister. Besides, this world is for only strong. That was her advice to Ayaka, and then, Mimori picked out a new dress for Liz. It was a nice dress, and she loved it. But now it was time to pick out a name for their mercenary group. Sarah's already had one in mind, Lord of Flies Brigade, a name used for Fly King's army, and even Pig Amara loved it, so they goes by that name and came near the demon zone to meet the witch. But their Eve asked for some magic from Mimori and then showed her a map magic that points out their own and the witch's location, so they rests for the night before entering the demon zone. And the flame of revenge was still burning brightly inside Mimori. As for all the backstabbers, they made their own group, and Goddess called out some guests to train them to awaken their skills. Because they got the report that the Demon Emperor is on the move, so they'll have to participate in the war, and for their training, Goddess decided to send them to the demon zone for leveling up. But right there our episode of the anime ends, but stay tuned to watch its next episode on my channel. Until then, subscribe the channel to never miss out on any of the updates, so take care.